All right. Well, I got a Oakland Grizzly legend, but more than just an Oakland Grizzly legend. This is a Detroit legend. This is a Michigan legend. This is a Michigan lady baller legend, a basketball player legend, a lot of different things. Sister to me, great friend, big hater of mine, the whole nine.
I like
Taylor
it.
Jones. We got Taylor Jones here.
Bow.
Been trying to get her on the pod for a while. We've been back and forth. She be somewhere everywhere from
Literally.
overseas.
Thailand, just taking random spontaneous trips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It must be, you know, the other day I heard somebody, a little girl actually, she'll be here in the pod. So y'all gonna hear me break it up in a second. So I'll be like, oh, welcome. But she came to work out with me. She said, you know, oh yeah, I've been watching basketball for a long time. Not many girls to look at from around this area. But I would go to OU games. This shit was random. This was yesterday. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, who'd you used to watch at OU? She's like, do you know who Taylor Jones is? I like to look up to her. And I'm like, of course I know who Taylor is. So I FaceTime Taylor, stuff like that. So it was just like so much synergy. So thank you for coming on I Don't Make the Rules.
I appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate you, you know. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jaden for being back there too. You know, I always got to get my shout outs on the show and shit like that. But you know a little bit about I Don't Make the Rules. I mean, you follow the Finsta. You're in my real corner in life. You know what I'm saying? So
I love it, yes.
we'll start off the show with a little bit of ease with it. Like, do you have like an I Don't Make the Rules moment that you want to share to the world, or you just kind of like I'm a hold off till later on?
Yeah, let's hold off. Let's just go with the flow of things. Let's see where that conversation leads us.
All right. So we're gonna start off with you being 8th all time at Oakland University in scoring. You got a fucking mural on the wall up there.
Yeah, after my freshman year, actually. Never got NIL, might I add.
Hey.
All right, yeah, okay, my bad. I'm gonna slow down.
That's like point number 5 or 6.
All right,
go on.
Yeah, so I remember randomly walking into the arena after my freshman year. I think I had just got back on campus because, you know, we got like that summer semester.
Yeah.
So I'm walking. I'm like, hold on, is that me? I'm like,
they gave you a mural while you was playing?
Yeah.
That's hard.
They didn't even ask. Like, I walked into the arena and I seen it. I'm like, shit. Like, that's how I knew. Like, I felt like I was supposed to be there for a reason. Like, God was, like, literally placing me there so that I could leave my mark. And everything just came full circle by the time I graduated from Oakland. Like, every year I was at Oakland, I got an award. And that was with me coming off of the bench. Basically, no, my freshman year, I averaged the second most on the team, that with 13. And I started maybe, like, 7 or 8 games. I would have to go back and look at the stats. But majority of the season, I was coming off the bench.
So why weren't they starting you with you scoring so much? Just the political aspect?
I'm just
crazy coach, whatever. I mean, this the place you can really talk that story. I mean, that shit was like what? When did you graduate from college?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Shit, it's 2025 now.
Yeah, I was monitor what I say because like of the viewers that I had.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, offend anybody. However, I just feel like
the truth is offensive, by the way.
Type, yeah. My coach, he always tried to make me as an example, quote unquote, and I literally live by the quote, "To whom is given, much is required." So I just kind of took on that, and I'm like, all right, if this is what you're gonna do to me, it's gonna backfire on you, because literally everybody's like, Taylor, why are you not starting? However, stats don't lie. Like, you don't start me, all right, cool, I'm gonna get freshman of the year. You don't start me 2 years in a row, cool, 6th player of the year. 3rd year, 6th player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny you already got at the fact that no NIL, things like that.
Man, yeah.
And I had this conversation with somebody the other day.
Yeah.
I said the other day, fuck, it was this morning. My days are coming into one.
No, you're good.
It's life. Yeah, but I was explaining your story a little bit more in depth, and I was kind of explaining how like you then in today's day, in my world, I make you a $200,000 player after your first year.
I believe it though.
Like, you know, like after her first year, your freshman of the year, I'm like, hey, yo, Taylor, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, like, you know. So
it's just crazy because, like, not trying to interrupt you, I just look at like the Angel Reese's, and no shade to Angel, like. All right. No shade. I like her as I like her character. I will say that. I like how outspoken she is. I like how she uses her voice, because not a lot of black women tend to do that, especially with her platform. I like how she utilizes it. However, if we want to talk about skill set, She
Hey,
is.
can we clip this? All right, cool.
She's kind of.
Angel Reese skill set
Yeah,
clip.
yeah,
Here we
yeah.
go.
But like, she just plays very unorthodox to most. You know what I mean? Like, she plays unorthodox.
Is that a new way of saying ass?
No, she plays.
I just want to know.
That's why I'm choosing my words lightly. She does
Yeah.
play unorthodox. However, she works extremely hard. And I've played with players who work hard but don't have the skill set level. And I myself, I feel like I have the skill set level and I work hard. So if I'm looking at what she was making in college, why couldn't I do the same thing? And the transfer portal was completely different because I tried to actually transfer out of Oakland.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, but the reason why I didn't is because I'm a dog and I didn't want to sit out. They're like, yeah, if you transfer, you have to sit out. I'm like, no, like,
So
can't.
let's backpedal like 3 steps to Angel Reese.
All right, fair. Yeah,
Yes, she works hard.
she does.
Yes. I'm not going to take working hard away from anybody because I don't know what they do in
For
free
sure.
time, whatever. But to say, like, I just feel like from a basketball standpoint and me being a basketball junkie, if she works that hard, then why is it consistently 30% field goal percentage? Now,
Okay, go ahead.
we can talk about a lot of men playing basketball and their free throw percentage is shit.
For sure.
But a free throw compared to you catching it and laying the ball up, an action play are 2 different things.
It is.
Now, if you're going to talk, and Angel Reese, if you ever see this, you're a beautiful girl, but you're like 6'5", so I really don't care how you feel about this.
I like angels. Like it.
Yeah. Let's go, Caitlin.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Like,
Yeah.
basically, I'm saying in basketball, regardless to man or female,
For sure.
if you continuously work at something, you're going to get better at it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't see anything in Angel Reese's game that she legitimately just honed in on.
That she
throughout-
progressed on.
to be like, she's so much different from last year to this year.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to have to disagree because I'm a WNBA junkie. So, like, I persistently watch the games. And so, I will say at the beginning of the season, I kind of thought the same thing. I'm like, dang, what did Angel do on the offseason? However, she has a different coach this year. So, her responsibility, in a sense, has kind of changed. So, if you really watch the games now, Angel is bringing the ball up the court. Now, prior to her playing in college, she was like a guard. And then when she went to college, they moved her down to like the 4 or 5, whatever she is now. And so I will say that I have seen her handles develop. As far as her jump shot, I think that that's more of a mental thing for her because over the years, she hasn't really been much of a jump shot, 3-point shooter, but you're seeing her take those. So before, she really wasn't even doing that.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But what the hell did that got to do with her making a layup?
All right.
Like, your handles didn't got better, but you laying a ball
Yeah.
up didn't? Like, how are we playmaking and you can't finish the playmake?
Okay, so
Like,
look.
like, what are we doing? Like, we're literally guarding you just for you to dribble up the court. You can't make a layup. You can't shoot a jump shot. You barely can make a free throw. You're not just Caitlin or Sabrina or one of them where you seven assists, whatever. So, like, what the fuck is she, Ben Simmons?
No, I
And
honestly,
even he making lays to a certain extent.
that's true.
You know, hey, women's basketball is gonna kill me for this. I just know I am. I'm done after this one. Like, goodbye. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry.
Yeah, controversy definitely comes with that topic. I honestly think that boils down to like her decision making, because like even I've had to grow as a player. You're like, when you got like 2-3 defenders on you, man, kick that shit out. Like Angel, that's how she gets so many rebounds or me bounds, whatever. She's going up, that bitch comes off. She's going back up. Like, yo, at that point, just kick it out. Like, whereas you brought up the free throw instance, that's like more of a mental thing. So her missing layups, bad decision making. Not all the time, but we'll do 50-50 because half the time she's forcing that shit up there.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have a whole save folder on Instagram of Angel Reese fucking up. I'm saying that with a dead ass face. Like, I have a whole save folder. I believe that Angel Reese is one of the best marketing tools that has ever happened to the WNBA. And she is a beautiful girl. She is a very outspoken woman, and she has all the talent. But I will say this. if Liz Cambridge wasn't such a head case.
Oh my gosh. The reals don't know about Liz.
Yeah,
They
like,
don't know
if
about
we're gonna
Liz.
talk about basketball, if the world really knew about Liz, like
Oh my
Liz is who, like Angel
yeah.
Reese came in at a good time because Liz was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm walking away from it." You know what I'm saying?
They
But
don't even want her in the league.
yeah,
anymore.
like, but if Liz was like, that was supposed to be Liz's spot, if we're gonna be real, in my opinion. Like Liz was, and I don't think Asia Wilson gets the credit that she deserves or whatever, for whatever reason, being whatever it is. But, you know, and everything is kind of that way. Now, a question I have for you that is a consistent question for a lot. Well, actually, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
No, this is a question. Why do people complain so much about, like, how does it make sense for one to complain about the amount of money that the WNBA makes to the NBA? Like, it's simplicity. It's simplicity at the end of the day. Like, I can't be mad at how much money Walmart makes compared to Dollar Tree. Walmart is Walmart. Dollar Tree is Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree got everything.
Yeah.
But Walmart really got everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I mean, I just feel like time and time again, us as women, we constantly have to prove ourselves. And it's like, it's just never good enough. And we work just as hard. We put in the same amount of work. But it's like we're never rewarded for it. Like, our best is never good enough. And at a point, I mean, it just becomes tiring. Like, you've seen the controversy over how they were flying charter for all those years, women's basketball teams. And it finally got to a point where they're like, oh, okay, we'll give you guys PJs. But that just recently came about. Actually, I was on Twitter the other day and I was scrolling, and the Connecticut Suns, their Twitter page had posted pictures of the team practicing. They were practicing in like a high school gym. And like, this has been an issue for years. They just got an arena.
I'm not going to say I agree with any of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But from a business standpoint, right? From a business standpoint, if you're not bringing in the right people
Revenue.
and you know, you can't really be mad at it.
But they are now, though.
Okay.
In the most recent years.
So, yes. But also everything takes time though, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think my issue, it's not even really an issue. I feel like everybody automatically, the moment that you critique something that is going on with the WNBA, it's automatically that you're against women or you're against what they're doing.
What we're aiming for.
And that's not the truth at all. Like, I'm a girl's dad. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out to
you. Yeah, right. So like for me, like I grew up with my mom and my two sisters. I was the only boy, right? So I'm all for women, you know. I love women. No pun intended. No pun intended. But like in general, I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, Caitlin Clark should be making $260 million when Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is making $260 million. Like, he's 6'6" and can do things that, like, pause is crazy, but you know, like, you get my point.
Yeah.
Like, yes, basketball is way more fundamental and strategic when it comes down to girls, but it's also an entertainment factor as well too. And I feel like a lot of women in basketball, I hope I worded that right, are very emotional with opinion when guys get it just as bad
10 times worse.
or 10 times worse, right? So like girls would be like, oh my God, like they're DMing me, don't DM me about like basketball, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there like, this dude got 50 death threats. Like, you know, like you missed, Angel, you missed 8 layups tonight. And you mad that they talking about it. Yeah, like you mad and you go into your podcast, you talking about like, you know, what my bank account look like to what your bank account look like, right? But then if a dude go say that, he's a dick, he's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you make 80 million to make layups. But like, it's like, Andrew, you have a Reebok shoe deal and you can't make a layup. I mean,
yeah, I feel you.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So where do we find ourselves in the media? Like, if you were the president of finding the median, what would you do?
Honestly, I'm never gonna stop encouraging us women to like advocate for ourselves.
Right, always
I
advocate.
think that we need to just be more mindful of our delivery and what we say. For example, you got Sophie Cunningham. I don't know if you heard what she said about.
That was very ignorant.
It was very ignorant, and I'm
stupid.
so glad that a lot of people, especially people that played in the WNBA years ago, chimed in and corrected her, because I don't know if you ever attended the Detroit Shot game, but I was the ball girl. So I went for years, and it came full circle. My assistant coach at Oakland, she actually played for the Detroit Shot. And most recently, in February of this year, I met Nancy Lieberman, used to play for the Detroit Shot.
I know Nancy.
But yeah.
Well, I don't know her, but.
Yeah, you know of her.
Yeah.
But needless to say, the Palace used to have thousands of
Yeah.
people there. Like, bruh, those games used to rock.
Yeah, those
you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, for her to make a comment like that, like, nobody you are playing in Indiana. What is in Indiana?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, seriously, people are coming to see Caitlin Clark, not Sophie Cunningham.
Well, let me correct you. Sophie's a beautiful girl.
I mean,
Beautiful
I'm
girl.
not saying that she's not, but when it comes to her word choice, she needs to tread lightly. That's all. You know.
I know you see what she did at the end of them winning that cup and stuff like that. She showed she was a beautiful girl.
He just has to add that in there. Like,
You know what I mean? I had to just, I'm
goodness.
just honest with it.
Yeah.
A beautiful girl. She looked better than Caitlyn. But when you go to watch Caitlyn score, but you go to look at, Sophie, just saying.
so you need some eye candy.
Not me, but my boys, my boys, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna go on record to also say that. How old is Sophie?
I'm 28. So I'd say Sophie has to be anywhere between
Like
like
24?
30. No.
She old like that.
I
Sophie old like
think
that?
Sophie's older than I am.
Hell no.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, for sure.
She all right.
She's my age?
Sophie said Sophie.
I thought she was 30.
Sophie, you're 28 and you said that. You know better.
She does, or maybe not.
Maybe not, but no, you know better.
We gotta back check her.
No, because
where she grew
that
up
means
at.
she like 97, 90. You
She's
born
97
97,
for sure.
98, right?
Yeah.
So if you born 97, 98, I can't even throw you into like the 2000 baby shit.
Yeah.
Like you just a victim of circumstance. Like if you born in 2000, and every kid that's around me that's born in 2000, Mac, all y'all boys, I'm telling y'all right now, if you was born in 2000 or after, your equilibrium is just off. It just is, bro. It just
Your brain hasn't fully developed yet.
It just developed that way, where everybody's this way, Y'all geniuses in y'all own ways. Y'all done TikToked and every fucking thing, but the norm doesn't exist for you guys. And
They
it's
weren't
okay.
here for Vine, were they? Do you know
They-
what Vine
no,
is,
they were here.
Vine?
Oh shit!
So he wasn't around, yeah.
It's damn near. What's that? Still pull-ups or something? I got a key here, 5 or 6. Yeah, but
man.
like for real, like I mean, like you said with Vine and things like that, like
Yeah.
it was. That was my thought process without knowing her age. Like,
Yeah.
she's probably young, and she just doesn't understand.
Yeah.
But with me finding out she's 28, like it's kind of like, damn,
You should know better.
You should know better.
You should know better.
You should know
Yeah.
better. And to add on to that, I'm actually glad we're on that topic. The younger generation has a hard time with respect.
They do.
So therefore, like people like you, for instance, they don't understand the journey you really had to take to get to where you're going in pro
Yeah.
basketball in general. Like pro basketball for women around 4 or 5 years ago was like a very dead zone.
It was.
And what pisses me off is a lot of people be like, Nate, you don't know anything about WNBA or you don't know anything about women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'll say to them is, I know a lot about it until it died. It's just not coming back where I have to be super invested into it.
For sure.
Right? But the difference between the NBA, when the NBA died, but it didn't really die. Like the NBA lockout was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It was, we know we got $150 million more coming to every fucking team.
Yeah.
And they're doing a deal with TNT and Fox and
Yeah,
whatever and
for sure.
Netflix and, but 4 years ago for the WNBA, I remember you would talk about stuff like this. It was like, shit, COVID, charter planes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You like WNBA, I'd rather go overseas.
No,
I'm not trying to play in the
seriously.
WNBA. I'm trying to go overseas. It's way better for me to be overseas than WNBA. They treat their players way better.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Now, like these younger kids coming out now, it's like, oh, she's not in the WNBA.
That's
Is she not really that good? And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't think you understand the journey of it. That's why I really brought you here to kind of
Yeah, for sure.
break down more so of that journey from 4 or 5 years ago to now. Like Angel Reese can talk the way she talk and act the way she do because she's going into the WNBA with hundreds of thousands of dollars in her bank account already from college.
And a PR team. What is a PR? Like
You get exactly.
A PR
yeah,
team.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like she's lived better than the WNBA just being in college.
Yeah.
So like for me, when I'm talking to some of these younger kids and stuff like that, like I always use Mike Edwards for example. Mike,
My boy.
love you, boy.
Shout out to Mike. Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike. Not you, Mike, but Edwards. Fuck you, Mike Edwards. Still, because you're gonna hear this. Mike Edwards in today's day, he was at Georgia. He was in between
Right.
Yante and Nicholas Claxton.
Yeah.
Mike was like 3 points, 2 rebounds a game, but he's at an SEC school in between 2 NBA players.
Mm-hmm.
In today's day, with the transfer portal, Mike enters the transfer portal. He transferred 500,000-600,000.
He getting that bag. Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
But because Mike was 2 years before the transfer portal, he had to struggle to really get his foot in the door to
Right.
go overseas. Now I'm watching guys with less talent in today's day, way less points, way less.
Yep.
I rep some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Love y'all boys, but shit, and they're not.
Yeah, they don't have half
They
the
don't
talent.
have.
Yeah.
It's not even talent. They don't have half the drive to even want to be there,
That's understandable.
and they still got guaranteed shit lined up that Mike had to wait 3 years, 4 years into his career to get.
Yeah.
So like, it's the same thing for you too. Like,
It is. It is. I feel like this younger generation, they never had to work for anything, honestly. Like, for example, this was 2 seasons ago. I was in Kosovo and I was out there with a young lady who had just finished playing in the SEC.
Mhm.
Everything out there, in no country will everything be ideal, right? That's just the overseas experience. But at the smallest inconvenience, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to practice. I need a mental health mental day for myself," and blase, 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 just constantly complaining. And I'm like, "Yo, we come from 2 different worlds. Like, you don't understand. Like, I got this out the mud. My first year I started in Portugal, I was making like $1,000. She went over there making, let's say, give or take, I'd say like 3,500. And for a rookie, that is freaking good. And I was trying to like pour into her, like, look, yo, not a lot of players have been in your position as a rookie. So like, even though everything is not glitter and gold, like you still need to be appreciative because heck, if I had a do-over, I would want to be in your shoes. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my journey and I wouldn't change it for anything, but I was just trying to show her that she needs to have gratitude for where she was currently rather than where she wanted to be or this ideal image that she had in her head. By the time like December rolled around, she just left.
Yeah.
Like, no heads up to the team, just left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
Like, it is what it is kind of thing.
just so unprofessional. And I don't know, I just come from a different upbringing. Like, my mom always taught me, if you start something, finish it. But not even just so much that. Like, I understand because I haven't always been in the best positions overseas. Like, I've left teams. But one thing about the overseas world is, like, people talk. So your reputation is everything. With her just walking out and leaving the team, she earned herself a bad rep. And that was her first year.
Yeah.
First job, first year.
Yeah.
And like, you got somebody like me that has been through it all, and I'm trying to like, you know, be that role model, like trying to pour into you. But like, this younger generation, you can't tell them anything. They know it all. She had gone to like 4 different colleges, no shade, but I'm like,
That's a typical thing. Like, to add on to what you're saying,
man.
it with I pay attention. I'm sorry, my phone
No,
is
you're fine.
So, one thing is I pay attention to how much I blame parents.
Yeah, they play a factor.
Wait, this is a great clip moment, and I don't care what parents get mad at this.
Yeah.
Parents, in today's day, you need to hold your kids accountable.
Accountable.
That's the first thing.
Yes.
Second thing is you cannot save them from everything that life throws at them. And to be completely honest, a lot of shit you just need to let them go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guide them, but you don't need to hold their hand.
Yep.
Social media has ruined the thought process of a lot of these parents worse than
It
the
has.
kids.
It has.
Because the parents are more worried about
Highlight tapes. I had parents reach out to me like, "Can you get my child a highlight tape?" Yo, if we got a highlight tape growing up, Ball is Life, bruh, that was like the badge of honor. Now everybody has highlight tapes, yo.
I'm gonna keep it so real with you. That conversation right there, if I really get into that, I have a specific family who's gonna get so mad.
Okay, sorry.
And no, I don't give a fuck. They can get mad at all they want. This is my show. I mean, ain't nobody gonna ever whoop my ass for telling the truth, ever, ever. But I just know that they're gonna think that was towards them, and just so they feel that way, I'll give them their 2 cents of honor.
Yeah.
That isn't going to change what your kid has to do on the court against other players.
Yeah.
And that highlight tape, a highlight tape is made to highlight you being great.
Good.
It's never going to show your bad stuff.
Yeah.
In that minute, that 2 minutes, the 7 minutes. It doesn't matter. It's never going to really just show your bad stuff. So I talk to college coaches every day, every single day. And one thing every college coach says to me is, I like his highlight tape. You got some real full game film.
Oh my goodness. I was hoping that you would address that because it's funny that you said that. So, I've been playing overseas for 6 years now, 7 years. I lost track. But needless to say, what I'm starting to find more common is prior to 2-3 years ago, they just say like, hey, I want to see some highlights. Now they're saying I want to see highlights and I want to see at least 2 full game clips.
Yep.
So they're literally watching like, all right, they want to see how you handle adversity, body language. It's going back to being recruited in college. It's the same thing.
Rewind.
Yeah.
You said body language. I had a kid in this year.
Yeah.
In our portal stuff. I had a coach call me, one of the most known people, one of the best known coaches in college basketball.
Yeah.
He's not even technically a coach, but he called, he said, I really, really like this kid. And he could be one of the touching final pieces for our roster. We got the money and everything else. We just watched full game on him now.
Yeah.
And the way he acts when things don't go his way,
yeah,
it really brings red flags to our head coach. And you know what I said to him?
What's that?
I can't change what you've seen on film.
Yeah.
I can't change what you've seen on film. And I tell every coach this, and every coach that watch my podcast, and y'all say this, y'all gonna laugh when y'all see this. I tell every coach, you're gonna be a coach longer than they're gonna have eligibility, and I'm gonna be in this game longer than they have eligibility. So me lying to you is no benefit.
Yeah.
And I tell them that every time, right? And so I say, great kid, body language can get shitty at times, if that's the truth to the kid, right?
Right.
So these kids don't even understand the simplicity to like the little things.
No, they
and
don't.
I think when we were growing up, and no shame to you, Jaden, being a 2000s kid, but it was a certain level of respect we had to have for one another, because there was no such thing as just being able to look at your phone and search things and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know, you said excuse me, you said
good morning when
good
you enter the room.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
that's not a thing.
Yeah. You know, you held doors for people. Not only did you do things like that, you also like, there was a certain amount of care for the person right next to you because you didn't know who they knew that you may know.
For sure.
Now is one of those things where, and we'll go farther into this, somebody will sit on this couch and be like, oh, Taylor Jones, yeah, she got 14,000 followers. Like, I can fuck with her. You can fuck with her because you got over 10K.
Yeah.
10K, 10,000 people following her. That's what make her good enough for you to talk to her.
Right.
Now, what if she's a piece of shit person? I know plenty of people. Me and you both, 52,
plenty
3
of them. Plenty
million,
of them.
hey, million followers. Piece of shit people.
Yeah.
And then I know plenty of people with 100 followers that hate social media.
There's
Not only are they great people, great character, but they got more money than a lot of these people.
That
too.
too. That too.
You know?
Yeah, no, seriously.
So with that being said, like, Taylor, tell me how you've built your own personal brand, your business, the vending machines. I know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you being at OU prior to the NIL thing and stuff like that, like, NIL brings followers. It brings your social
notoriety,
media,
all of that.
your social media. I remember you was one of the most, like, retweeted people when you were in college, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because Twitter was hot when we was in college at that time, you know.
Also known as X.
X, yeah. My bad, new school. Yeah. But like you getting your following to that point and stuff like that, like, I mean, you know how you go on Twitter and stuff, you can see how long you've been following somebody, and whatever, you know. So we all joined social media around the same time, grew up on social media together, things like that. How would you say that you've like really sculpted the vision of what you always wanted to see? Like when I look at your Instagram now, I'm like, that's what Taylor wanted the vision of herself to be.
Yeah, I think that as I got older, the vision kind of changed per se. Like I've matured in my womanhood, so there's a certain, what's the word I'm looking for?
Fortitude.
Yeah, an aura that I want people to see.
Hear that?
Yeah,
fellas.
like I'm in my grown woman era
She's
now.
aura farming.
Like
She's aura farming.
yeah, literally though, like
please don't
soft woman era. Like I don't want to be half naked on social media. Like it's just certain things that I want the public. Okay, go ahead. No, what? Oh, no. However,
soft girl era,
soft woman era. That doesn't mean anything. That could just be like coming into yourself. Like, oh, okay. What do you like to do as another hobby set aside from playing basketball? Oh, I like to go to Pilates. Oh, I like to go for a good cup of coffee.
So you're just going for like fine ass auntie vibes.
I mean, and mother vibes too. I mean, give me like
mother.
2-3 years. I'm just saying, like that's what I inspire.
Y'all hear that?
And 2-3 years down the road,
Jones gonna have a little T Jones out here. That's nice.
Be crazy. But no, needless to say, like as far as like my social media presence, I remember Beautiful Ballers used to always freaking post me, and so they would do it so often that like these followers were coming out the woodworks, and then I'm like really connected with the male side of basketball in Detroit, just because there's not a lot of females that play basketball and that are like attractive in a sense. And I'm not even trying to say that like trying to pop my shit, but like it's true. And so once Beautiful Ballers started to post me and like word got out that I was like a neighborhood hero in a sense, then yeah, it was up.
Well, Beautiful Ballers, you are tagged in a podcast. You got to post a podcast 50 million times because we got y'all was aura farming off her years ago, and now she done help build y'all following up. Y'all done helped her, but we got to work together now.
Yeah. Oh, and also didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you don't never say sorry.
It's just how I was raised. But anyway, needless to say, my junior year in high school, I was on the news like multiple times, but the main time is when I had stole the ball championship playing against Marion. It was all over the news. I was getting calls left to right, and like that really kind of like put me on not the circuit per se, but like in the viewers' eyes, like, yo, who is this? And also, we gonna piggyback a little bit. Sophomore year at Mercy, I remember I had 35 against Southfield Lathrop, and back in the day, Southfield Lathrop was the team. Detroit Renaissance was the team. Detroit Persian was the team. So, like, I'm getting buckets against those type of athletes. Like, oh, yeah, she must have some game to her. So.
Yeah, no, he was cooking. He was definitely cooking back then.
Still to this day, too.
You
good, you good.
I'm just saying, like, back there, because we was, like, in high school together. Bye. So, like, yo, for those that don't know, my ex-girlfriend was friends with her and played AAU with her.
Yes, so, that's actually how I first got introduced to Nate. Now, granted, I didn't know him like 101, but I knew of you, Khalil, all like that little circle.
Back in my little whole days and shit.
It's okay, we all go through
it's
it.
Okay.
Not me, but you know.
It is what it is, you know. But shout out, and I can't even shout her out. That's bad business. I don't know. That's crazy.
It's been in, I'm not in it.
Shout out to her though. You know who you are. You're a good person. I appreciate you for kindling that relationship.
For sure.
I'll email you. Like.
Oh no, he's crazy.
But okay, so we gotta move to the next thing. Like I always have to talk to people about their faith.
Oh yeah, that's big for me. I got it tattooed right here: faith over fear.
Like, go into it.
Yeah. So I I grew up in a Christian household. For those that don't know, my father's actually a pastor. Parents are not together, but I always had that foundation instilled in me as a child. And ever since I could remember, I know we're not in church right now, but
Hey,
I'm just
no.
be completely transparent. Everybody has been like, well, you have this greatness inside of you. Like you can go in the room and just light it up.
Yeah.
And honestly, the older I got, the closer, obviously, I got with God, built my own relationship. And I'm at this point in my life where I'm just walking in obedience. And I feel like God is using me as a vessel, especially for the younger generation. Shout out to you, actually. I remember this was like,
Can we clip this part too? This is great.
yeah. I think it was like 3 years ago or 3 years ago. I can't remember which one it is. We were at Oakland Fieldhouse and you and I were talking. And you're like, yo, Taylor, like, I like how you're doing your basketball camps, but you need to do more clinics. And so it was that exact year. I remember it came full circle. Mercy, my old high school, reached out to me like, hey, Taylor, we want you to do a clinic here. And that is not a thing at Mercy. I am the only person to do annual camps there. So it was just like, it's crazy how God put you in my circle at that appointed time. Cause I'm like, yo, like it's no coincidence.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I just feel like he's been using me as a vessel in the younger generations. Like, and not even so much the younger generation. I come across people of all ages that's like, yo, Taylor, like you really motivate me. And it's not so much what I say, but it's in my actions. Like I have gone through so much in trying to pursue this basketball dream of mine. I have been through the highs, the lows, and I still somehow keep a smile on my face. Like I've gone through the injuries. I've gone through being cut time after time. But one thing about me is I'm super resilient and I'm super driven. So that right there alone just inspired me to just continue to go harder.
I mean, shit, it's actually crazy. To go even more in depth about that, when I mentioned it prior to the show starting, I've been in a spiritual welfare recently, like the last 3 weeks myself, and God has been using a lot of different things to showcase to me his, like, people will call my life lucky. You know, I got Rich Paul, I could call Rich Paul, I could call World. I got people I could call, you know, and I'm very connected in a lot of ways, and I'm blessed for that, right? But a lot of average Joes would call my life lucky. And in the last week, after all of this stuff I've been able to achieve and be around, I finally found the actual answer to what my life is. And my life is nothing but God having like just favor on me. It's just so like true. Ultimate favor.
Yeah.
And I say ultimate favor because like even you saying that, I never heard you say that to this moment, right? And it reminded me and took me back to the moment of like all the different conversations we had about just sports and things like that.
Yeah.
And for me, recently I had to listen to what God was trying to tell me about my career path and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, well, God, like, how have I been able to help all these other people be successful? Get these cool cars, these different things, whatever. And yet, like, I'm still like baby step by baby step. Yeah, I've done, from the outside looking in, I think I'm like, I've done 50,000 steps, right?
Yeah.
And it came to me, and really, realistically, what it was is within the profession and the things that we do, God calls certain people and puts certain lights on people's lives.
He
And
does.
you kind of know if you're special. I've called you numerous times. I've had people run into me, numerous little girls, numerous. I look up to Taylor Jones. I look up to Taylor Jones, and I say, you know Taylor Jones? I FaceTime you immediately.
Yeah.
You know, or I, show them your Instagram. It's been too many little girls in my hands to count that have said that with me being within the gym and stuff like that, for all you weirdos that listen to that the wrong way. But I'm saying all that to say, like, one of the biggest things, and this is going to be the first time I'm ever admitting this, well, not even admitting this, I'm saying it on air, God is calling me to be able to bring more people back to Christ.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Like,
go ahead.
Sports,
Wow.
And like not only within sports, but it's a certain gift I have to be able to talk on a mic and be able to speak to people and be able to bring them into like one place at one time. Like, for instance, I mean, you know how it is when me and everybody go out. I call it the family, when our whole family goes out. Because like we'll have a Taylor Jones, you'll have a Trevion Williams, you'll have a John, but all you guys live in everybody lives different places.
Yeah.
But when we all get together, it's 30 of us in one place moving as one, you know?
For sure.
And I had somebody say to me, a year ago, and they said it in a very pessimistic way, in a very rude way. They said, you can get all these people to go to the club and blah, 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 blah. They're just, a lot of people just like following you. And the time I took it the wrong way. Because I'm like, hell do you mean? Like, are you mad that they don't want to hang out with you? Like, whatever, right? Yeah. But in the last 2-3 weeks, in the maturity and the spiritual welfare and the growth, God like kind of brought it back to my eyes. Like, no, that person was right. But like, you got to think of it in an actual powerful way. Like, yeah, you could get people to drive all these different places and go anywhere with you. Yeah. Why don't you get these people to actually learn about Jesus and y'all go to some places that can actually fix some souls, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I've been like really locked in on helping souls to get to the right place that can push their career even more, you know? Yeah. And I feel like you're on that similar journey too. Yeah. So it's pretty good.
For sure. Because in order for them to get where they want in their career, God has to be at the center front of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been having I had a couple different preachers that randomly prophesied on me throughout the years and stuff like that. They said, why are you running from God? And you know, being a church baby, it's very easy for you to try to run away. But it was like, what are you doing? What you doing? And one thing that's always stuck out to me is that my heart is always pure. Everybody knows one thing about it.
Always, yes.
I'm just always straightforward, honest, whatever. And I just really want to work to keep the heart of David.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
You know, as long as I can keep a pure heart, I know I'll make it into heaven because my heart is so pure, right? Yeah. But also, I want to like help with implementing that into other people, so that then, if people can become 2 feet in the door with their walk with faith, I always say if it was up to me, I would tell everybody to be a Christian. Christianity is offensive, but I would tell everybody go into Christianity But if you don't believe in Christianity, I want you to believe in something. I'm saying this to the camera. If you don't believe in nothing, I want you to believe in something. Obviously, I want you to believe in Christianity, but I want you to believe in something, because a man who believes in nothing is a dangerous man.
Falls for anything.
So from that standpoint, if you believe in something, you have discipline. And if you have discipline, you have respect. And if you have respect, integrity, and so on and so on. So, that was my little moment of I Don't Make the Rules and preaching out to that good stuff to y'all. And that's why y'all tune in for that part. Yeah. But one of the last, because I know I gotta get you out of here. Yeah. One of the last things I gotta hear from you. What is your I don't make the rules moment?
All right, give me an example of how I can answer this thoroughly.
I'm about to give you an example.
Yeah.
You're about to crack up when I give you this example.
All right, go ahead.
The Maury fight night. What I just told you.
Okay.
I don't make the rules.
Okay. Oh.
You're like, oh, wait, what? That? What?
Okay.
Okay, so I don't make the rules. It's just like you were just in motion.
Yeah, it has to be a specific moment. And does it have to be like a recent moment or?
No, it could be any time. Like, for instance, like a good example of me and you and I don't make the rules was when I seen you at Shadow Gallery last year. We was all at Shadow Gallery. And then I call you the next morning and you're like, yeah, you won't see me for 2 months.
Oh, man. Okay, I think I have a good answer to this. Like, so my alter ego is Ebony. You know my Finsta, Ebony. I feel so free on there. When I'm on my regular social media page, I feel like I have to filter everything that I post. Like, I'm not unapologetically Taylor. I'm Taylor Jones. Whereas on my Finsta, Junior's bachelor party, if you ever watched the Players Club, I am Ebony. I just can't post anything. Like, it's just raw and uncut. Like, so yeah, I don't make the rules.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good way. Ebony is your I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Because like it just is. You just gotta accept what it is. I think that's a very fair statement. I mean, my alter ego technically would be considered like, Chaz or whatever, however, but like also like on National Nady, my main page,
That's your professionalism.
I have to be
exactly.
I have to show that like although this is going on there, like it's like the podcast, it's NIL, it's business. Yeah, it's business, right?
You're a businessman.
On my Finsta, I won't even say my Finsta's name.
You can't.
I can't even say
it. Wait. Disclaimer. I remember when, I don't even know how this came about. This was like a couple months ago. You're like, because I had posted my Finsta, I think, on my close friends. So like, I'm very picky about who I let in. And I think you're like, yo, Tay, this is my Finsta, but what you see is what you don't see. So you stay quiet. I'm like, my lips are sealed. So it's just funny because I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Right.
you know, I can't even put my Finsta name out there because it's just too hot. But if you ever see a picture of Whitney Houston floating out there, you know what I mean? You might have found me, you know what I'm saying? But,
Oh, man.
yeah, you know, like, I encourage you all to get your Finstas if you're in a professional
Yes,
light,
do
bro.
it, do it.
It's a free space for you to be able to
It's very
tap
free.
into your inner self.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to also say this, like, any camps you got coming up, or
Yeah.
what's your next stop? Like, you know.
Yeah. So actually August 9th or 10th, I gotta look at the text because he texted me earlier today. It's funny that you mentioned that. Another camp at Mercy, all girls camp, $10. That's a steal.
$10 camp, all
Yeah.
girls at Mercy in Farmington Hills.
Yeah, it's gonna be that Saturday or Sunday. So I think it's August 9th or 10th. One of those. They're trying to figure out because of the floor situation, but for sure.
Well,
around
make
that
sure you
area.
get that's your clip right there for your stuff. You gotta
Got you.
throw that out there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, for
that's
sure.
good money for you. And then where's your next stop? Where are you trying to go?
Wherever God leads me.
Oh, that's a great answer. I love that. So are you still chasing the WNBA dream like always, but like,
Yeah,
no,
I get
kinda-
asked this question. That's a great question. I get asked this so often, and honestly, I'll be 28 Saturday, Cancer, Cancer season.
Oh my God.
And I'm getting to the point where it's like I love basketball. My life wouldn't be the same without basketball. However, I was talking prior to this start, and I'm like, every day I wake up, I have a new pain in my body. Like, I'm at the point where like my body is definitely feeling it because I've dedicated so much of my life to basketball,
And
and
you still wanna have a little one.
I do. Like, I have every intention on being married, becoming a mother. I love children. I'm a nanny, been nannying for years in the off season. So like, I feel like one of my callings in life is to be a mother and to be a wife. And so essentially that's something that I would like to make that transformation to, where, you know, that,
I see you coaching.
yeah. Oh my God, stop. You like took the word out of my mouth.
Yeah,
But
you're
long
gonna
story
end up
short,
coaching at Oakland.
you don't know something? My mom has been saying that for years, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go back because I don't want to say I have so much trauma there, but it's just like I didn't feel like I was treated the way that I should have.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I swear God just put this on my heart.
Yeah,
No Christian goes where they want to go.
yeah, it's where God.
It's where God said.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
ideally, like, I mean, Ezekiel didn't want to be in the valley of the dry bones. He took him to the worst place he could be, right?
Yeah.
And it was nothing but trauma there and hurt. But he turned it into a very positive, like, great place for, you know, where our army rose.
Yeah.
And it was a successful army. It ended up being the children of God. So I say all that to say to you, like, the more and more we say that we don't want to be somewhere God make us be. So I always said, I want to be an agent. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? And I was like, the one thing I never want to do is be a high school basketball coach because they're not ready for me, blah, 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 blah. Well, God took my ass back to high school right after COVID ended because I was so depressed.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I lost my grandmother, everything like that. It was no gyms for people to really get in. I didn't know any direction of how to go after my sports business at that time, right?
Yeah.
And so what God did was he took me to Wall Lake Western High School, to my high school coach who cut me my junior year of high school while Yante and them went to the States and everything. He cut me, and it wasn't because of my talent. It was because he cut me because he knew, and shout out to you, Coach Graves, you saved my life. I love you for that. Like, that was the first time in my life that I learned that you can deserve something and that don't mean you get it. And that was the first time I ever learned the business of basketball at a very big scope. Like, this has nothing to do with how good you are.
Yeah, talent.
This has nothing to do with,
yeah.
you know, your grades, none of that. Like, this is what we need.
For sure.
And you're 1 to 15. Yeah, you could be one of the 15 and we could be that much better.
Yeah.
But like, just how I am today, I was this same way, but a lot more raw and less authentic and a lot more ignorant, because ignorance is a lack of not knowing. I was that way at 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
So from that, he taught me an early lesson, and that same lesson is what Like I hated him for years, but I had to keep seeing him
That growing pain.
because of Yante being so good at basketball. I'm seeing
Right.
him at NBA stuff. I'm seeing him at SEC, whatever.
Yeah.
And when COVID came, he called me. He said, "I need you to come coach with me." The last person in the world I thought would call me. Yeah, you got to come coach with me. Yeah, you're gonna come coach. Blah blah blah. And if it wasn't for him, our deal that we made, and again, I love you, Coach Graves. I said, only way I'm gonna come coach for you is if you allow me to get the gym, for me to be able to have some open runs for some basketball players. He said, the gym is yours whenever we not practice. So that was the first national Navy run. Now fast forward today, we winning.
Hit the Shador Sanders load. Yeah.
But you feel me? Like that was that. So but he had to take me back to high school basketball. And not just any high. I wasn't coaching varsity. I was coaching freshmen.
It's crazy.
I was coaching freshman basketball and leaving freshman basketball to go have runs with the top pro basketball players, going to Pistons game, courtside, all that.
Yeah.
And my freshman high school basketball kids, they just all graduated actually and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
They were literally sitting there. Shout out to Dylan Smith too. He's at Davenport now. But
Nice.
They were literally sitting there like, why are you here? Like literally, like I would question myself every day. Like they're like, bro, you got cool shoes. You got that from who? Why are you here? Like every day it was like that.
Yeah.
And then finally I had to answer like, I'm supposed to be here. And then the moment I realized I was supposed to be there, God opened up the compound for me. And obviously we all know about the compound holder, home of the athlete, all that. So, you know, that's it. You got to go back.
Yeah, it's so funny listening to you say that, because like I swear like you and my mom had a conversation prior to coming here, because the other day we were just talking, and you know sometimes we make plans for ourselves, but God's plans are different.
Yeah.
And I just recently went to church in Chicago, and the pastor, this past Sunday, the pastor was basically speaking on something very much so similar to that. And needless to say, I was on the phone with my mom, and she's like, you know, Taylor, I know you don't want to play too much longer, because I know I'm at that age. Like, I got to make that transition soon. But she's like, you know, where do you see yourself? And for years, I'm like, I'm not going to be here in Michigan. I've already planted my seeds and watched them harvest. Now I feel like God is sending me elsewhere to do his work. And she's like, yeah, Taylor, I understand that. But sometimes, like I said, you can make plans for yourself, but you got to listen to where God is calling you to be.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's definitely, it's a very intriguing thing when you start growing up.
Yeah.
When you start growing up, and then it's a whole other thing when you start growing up in Christ. That's a whole other thing. But that's a conversation for another day on a whole other podcast.
For sure.
But I appreciate you for coming on the show, Taylor.
I appreciate you for having me.
Great. You've answered everything that I think everybody on Instagram will want to answer or want to answer to. She is not getting married no time soon.
No, not.
But I got 2 years to try to. I ain't even got 2 years, but her seeds are planted. She just told y'all, so that's out the window. She got some more basketball left in her. She gonna end up coaching Oakland University. Do not drop the ball. Do not drop the ball. You hear me? I am repping her. I am gonna be her rep as her coach. You know that's how that shit goes. Yeah. So hey, she would power play. Y'all know how we play now. Kind of how we move now. So just putting that out there. Shout out to Pierre. Shout out to Go Media. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jaden. Of course, obviously, shout out to Taylor. Shout out to my whole circle.
Shout out to God, the man above, for bringing us in the same space.
Yeah, no, for real, God, you guys number one in this whole thing. And then obviously, I give my credit to shout out my little baby, my little princess Mila.
Niece.
Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to all my people, my whole circle, Pluto's children. Man, everybody, I know who y'all are, man. Love y'all. And that's a wrap for I Don't Make the Rules. The last thing I'm going to tell y'all is Summer League Vegas is about to be a movie. Stay tuned. We'll be back later. Appreciate y'all.